Good morning. Dwight Colby Smith, Richmond, Virginia. Nice to be with you again. Thank you for being with me. This morning I'm meditating, looking out my window, and I just saw this good-sized leaf just move. And I thought, well, is it a leaf or a bird? So I pondered it and looked at it, and it was a leaf. Then the wind just took it and blew it. It just kind of somersaulted along the ground, the other leaves and pine needles that are in our backyard. I was thinking, look at the leaf in the wind. There's no resistance. There's no conflict. There is just being carried effortlessly, easily, playfully, dancing, if we look at it that way. And I thought, that's not only how I want to live my life, but that's how Thelma and I are living our lives. I said one day, because Thelma and I just really have a deep understanding of love, and not just an understanding, but we're living it. It's showing itself to us in every moment of every day, through every experience, even ourselves, even in the quiet time, which we have a lot of. But I said one day, I feel so blessed that we're living in the spirit of love. And I heard love say to me, "No, my beloved, you're allowing love to live you. Not even through you, you're allowing love to live you." And so this, to me, is what the leaf is about. This is how I want to live my life. I want to live life freely, effortlessly, joyfully, playfully, dancing through it, enjoying every aspect of it. I believe this is what everyone wants. Yeah. I believe everyone wants this. But to go everywhere but within themselves to find it. And that's where it is. When we find it within ourselves, we know this is what we're created from. How big is your God? How big is your love? Mine's pretty big, and I know it's still like comparing the light of the firefly to the sun. Right there at the threshold. Sometimes I walk through the door, but there's no way I've even entered the room yet. I'm still in like the anteroom. However, I believe the love I have, the love I understand, the love that I experience in every moment of the day, with few exceptions, but there are, is seeing everything with love. When things upset me, I don't go into the upset. I go into, work to be done. Love, show me the way. Reveal to me what I need to know so I can love even more than I do now. I think this was born in me from my biological mother. I was separated from her at age 4 when I went into the sanatorium with tuberculosis. I was there for about 2 years. My mother was also there, I think, through whatever and why ever. I think I saw her once, maybe twice. I left the hospital 2 years later and was separated from her for pretty much the rest of my life. I saw her for maybe an hour when she came to my brother's graduation. That was the only time since age 4 to the rest of my life, rest of her life. So what's all this got to do with it? Love. she gave me something that I always attribute to her. And through Christ's letters, I know it's not her. I know it's the copulation and conception at the time of my um, I just said it, conception. Okay. That Christ is saying that if the partners are at a very high consciousness of love, a very high consciousness of God, whatever it is for them, that energy comes into the sperm and the egg to fertilize me and to give me life and consciousness. And so that's where it began for me. I have little recollection of ages birth to age 4 in the hospital. And I've given my tuberculosis story in another video, so I won't go into it here, although there are facets here that I forgot in the other. But that's not important. The importance of this is the evolution of love. We read about it, we talk about it, we fall in love, we fall out of love. We have ideas of love, we have concepts of love, we have concepts of what relationships of love are all about. But Jesus tells us, if you want to know love, love God first. You can't know love until you get out of the concept of love that you and I are now in. The concept of love I have is very beautiful, very wonderful. But there's still times of judgment and limitations, anger, those times of human. Few and far between, and short-lived. But nonetheless, they're still there to remind me there's still more to learn about love. There's more to understand. And every life's experience, television, movies, media of all kinds, personalities, daily living, daily experiences and situations, everything. If we're open to learn the truth of love that makes us free, we will constantly be seeking and constantly finding more love, more understanding of love than I have in this moment. Oh, I did visit my mother. My 2 brothers and I visited my mother shortly after Dad's marriage to the mother who raised me, who was an awesome, wonderful mother. For me, she was just a perfect mother for the way that I thought and believed. So I came out of the hospital, and I went to nature, and I saw nature as, I just saw love. I didn't call it that, but I saw harmony in everything. I saw how things work together for the good of the forest. I thought, wow. I mean, every rock I turned over, I live near woods. Every rock I turned over, there was life under it in most cases. And for that curious boy of me, curious about life, curious about where's it come from, what's it all about? I didn't know these questions, but I knew that's what I was seeking answers to. I was just in awe at everything. I was in awe that the same things would happen. I would catch a caterpillar and put it in my pocket. And then I'd get this horrible itchiness from it. But I kept doing it. Why? Curiosity. I grew up with the philosophy that curiosity kills the cat. And not until a dear sister in the early 80s and I were working together. And she said, curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. I thought, wow, I never heard that part. Curiosity is what life is all about. It's curiosity about love. It's curiosity about God. And then what satisfies that curiosity? Peace, understanding, love. And as I continued the curiosity, I kept putting the caterpillar in my pocket. Why? Because I want to take it home. I want to put it in a jar. So that overcame the itchiness. Mhm. Curiosity kept bringing me back. I was stung by caterpillars. Didn't make me not touch them. Just made me aware of which ones sting. So the leaf in the wind, when we truly learn what love is, we can live as freely as that leaf in the wind, effortlessly, easily, supported in all ways, dancing joyfully through life. Because as we think from love, as we act from love, as we feel from love, love brings it to us. It's going to bring to us whatever we're thinking and feeling. So why not think what I do want? I want to be happy. How can I be happy? No one else can make me happy. That's a misnomer. I may think they make me happy. But if I'm miserable, they're just going to antagonize me and upset me and make me go deeper into my depression or my anger or my frustration or whatever it is. But love truly lifts us. It lifts our consciousness awareness to a different plane to be nurtured and nourished by, and so that we can be the nurturer and nourisher of those around us. First, we are fed. We first have to hunger, as Christ says in the Beatitudes. We first have to hunger after righteousness in order to find it, in order for it to find us. And so I ask not to put the Bible away, but if you're a Christian or a non-Christian, I invite you to read the four Gospels just on their own, forgetting everything you've been told before, and just listen from a higher place, a deeper place, a place looking for understanding, a place looking for freedom, a place looking for the truth that provides that freedom, and not be boxed in by any concept. Just keep going. Is there something bigger? Is there something more freeing? Is there a higher truth than the one that this is saying or the one I'm believing? Because I'm always seeking a higher truth. The one I have, I love, as Ernest Holmes says. I have a truth that frees me, that works for me. If you have a greater truth, I will listen. If I desire, I will try it on. If it fits, it becomes mine. I talk all about Jesus, because Jesus is my way shower. Jesus is the potential of what I want to become. So I can talk about it because I know him so intimately. If I were Buddhist, I would be talking about the Buddha and his teachings and his righteousness and his insights into our world and how to make it different. If I were Muslim, I'd be following Muhammad. I'd be following his teachings. They would all be saying the same thing. This is who each of us is, whether Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, whatever it is, we're all the same. Love is the same everywhere. That's what makes it the truth, because it's always the truth. Anything less than it is a myth, or ignorance, or a wound that needs healing. In love, there's no retribution, there's no resentment, there is no anger. As these things happen, they are meant to be dissolved and dispelled immediately and replaced with the experience of love. We are not to be spit upon. We are not to be walked over. We are not to be the rug for the world to just abuse in any way. Love, it loves itself with respect. and equality and dignity and grace and beauty. And love knows how to neutralize any situation without conflict, with just being the truth of the being. So I invite you, think of a leaf in the wind, or floating on a river and being dumped through the white water. It's a ride. It's not thinking about death. It's thinking about a ride. It's thinking about just being a leaf and enjoying every part of its experience. It enjoyed itself on the tree as it basked in the sun and felt the rain on it. So Jesus encourages us, become as a child. I encourage us, become as a leaf. Except have the curiosity of a child. If I'm not enjoying something, how can I enjoy this? Is there something in it for me to enjoy? I know there's good in this. And I know there's that within me that can reveal that good. And so I can reveal that good to others. So thank you for riding with me in this life, on this leaf, through the river, through the wind. And I just thought this morning before the meditation, if you are watching this and if there's a subject you would like to have me talk to, or a question you have about me or my understanding, I'm here to share. I feel I'm confident in my connectedness with the Christ of me, the Father of me, the God essence of me. And I know it's in every one of us. I absolutely know it. And I want to awaken it. I want to nourish it. I want to nurture it, as I also want to be nurtured and nourished. I wear an earring with a wing. And it reminds me and keeps me mindful of Leo Biscay in one of his books, in an introduction or acknowledgement, I don't remember which, but he says, we are all angels with one wing. We need each other to fly. And I feel that way. I feel of myself, I can't ascend as I want to. Thumb and I are awesome, but we also need those around us to help us fly. So if there's any way you can help me with your understanding, with your belief system, your truth, please share it with me. I'd like to hear from you. I really would. My email address, which is the best way to get me, is ChapelintheSky@AOL.com. Chapel in the sky. No walls, no ceilings, no floors, no boundaries, no barriers. Wide open, universal. All are welcome. And I thank you again for joining me. And I bless you, I salute you, I honor you. I love you, who you are. And you don't have to do anything for that love to be between us. So enjoy the rest of this day, this week, this year. And see peace, love, joy in your life this year by finding the truth that allows and brings it all forth for you in your life and in our world. God bless you. Thank you for watching.